Okay, we back with another one. 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 And we are back with another one. Absolutely. And like I told y'all before, I know y'all been waiting on on this Diddy reaction, but I just wanted to. Y'all know it's been a lot of stuff going on with bro, and I'm not the type to bash somebody or kick nobody while they down until it gets too ridiculous. Now, why you saying like, bro? What you mean, bro? You going back and forth? You being two-sided? No, I'm not, because you gotta kind of just let stuff play out. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't want to do a reaction when he finally got booked, and I want to get the reactions on when he actually in there. Man, it's just been a lot, man. He been on suicidal watch. He done been on all type of different things. More women keep coming out. But you know what I wanted to do a reaction on if this was going to be a Diddy part 2? I needed actual footage of this. I didn't want to keep going off he say, she say. Where's the damn footage? And today, we got some footage of some weirdo Diddy activity. Now, that ain't nothing going on in the parties. I ain't found them videos yet. I'm still looking. But, I do got a video featuring Kevin Hart, Usher, and Diddy. Yes, they was at a party. Nothing freaky went down. You know I'd get flagged if that was the case. But y'all definitely gonna want to see this. We gonna get straight into it. We gonna jump into it. Hell, we gonna dive into it. Hell, we gonna elbow in there. Shit, we gonna break the door down. But anyway, we finna start this motherfucker. Let's go. Let's see what they talking about, man.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed.
Okay, so Diddy on the bed.
Just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, we want to thank you for hosting.
Don't get close to the bed. It's crazy.
You didn't have to do it. You did. No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to.
Definitely didn't have to.
First of all,
what the fuck is going on?
Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little closer.
He trying to cut it.
I don't want it to come close to the bed at all.
Bro.
I should look like he fresh off goddamn plane.
It's like the link up is weird, man. This is a weird link up. And they had to do it. Huh? Huh? Wait a minute.
He was like 10 and
Wait
I
a
was
minute.
a little bit older. His older brother. We used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying?
Used to wake up in the what was you finna say?
All for the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get.
He was 10 years old and he was in the bed.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
Bro, you a grown ass man. Usher was a kid, bro.
That was fucking stupid. Listen, having a good time.
Like, what the fuck did he just say? Frosted Flakes. He used to rust. He used to. I'm so confused that it's nerve-wracking. That's nerve-wracking. I can't hold you. Now, I know that video was a little short, but don't trip. This is a 2-part video. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. So, I got another video. And but that was just weird, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that's not weird, bro. Like, a grown-ass man fighting for Frosted Flakes with a child. You gotta think, P. Diddy is way older than Usher. Way older than us. So I'm trying to figure out why was y'all sleeping in the bed? Why was y'all fighting over Frosted Flakes? Like, it's so many what in the hell is going on moments in this conversation. Then you got a microphone in your house, right? Not everybody do karaoke and shit. But the way he just chilling in the bed with a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? He chilling in the bed with the microphone. And the microphone clearly got surround sound. And I'm just thinking about, like, who the fuck knows how many times he done did this little stunt? You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole video was weird. You know, it was only a minute and some change, but I at least wanted to pop it off like that. Now, this next video is somebody explaining, really, this whole Diddy fiasco, man. What you mean, Diddy fiasco, JT? I'm telling you like this. We gonna hear from 2 motherfuckers that you can kind of rely on when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, they source. One, because, I mean, let me say this. Reason why you can rely on them, because these people rarely lie about situations. They barely even talk in the media, but when they talk, they accidentally slip up every time. And these two people are Andre 3000. Yes, you heard me. And Jamie Foxx. Now, before I start this video, it is a rumor about his newest stand-up special. I haven't seen it yet. I don't even know if it's out. He's actually talking about how he landed in the hospital, right? And he's actually saying that it was Diddy in the special. But more to that, I just want to give y'all that little few gems real quick before we jump into this. But here is Andre 3000 and Jamie Foxx. Now, they're not speaking together, but it's just different interviews that was had that they spoke on going to a Diddy party. So let's check it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
Hanging out with? Are you hanging out with Diddy? Are you? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah. Popped out the town car with a camera. Said, yo, Puff, yo, you gotta let me film this. The whole thing. We need to document this, Playboy. He was like, party. And he got pissed at me.
Okay, here you go, Jamie.
Playboy, don't play with me on your hand, my Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
So Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
So many coincidences. Andre 3000 and Jamie Foxx just set the internet on fire after finally breaking their silence on the disturbing things they saw at
I remember when he did go to the hospital. Everybody said that was Diddy.
Without their consent. Apparently, these parties are some form of ritualistic sacrifice to initiate them into the industry. Andre 3000 was one of the most successful artists back in the 2000s, but he ran from Hollywood during the peak of his career and never looked back.
We already know that.
Of course, people believe this has to
we
do
already
with
know
things
that
he was forced to participate in the industry. Jamie Foxx also reportedly went through the same fate in the hands of Diddy. And at some point, Diddy allegedly tried to unalive Jamie.
He pulled a Dave Chappelle for sure.
People started
Left at the top.
Jamie and Diddy's relationship about a year ago when Jamie was suddenly rushed to the hospital for a medical emergency. His entire family was super private about the details of his
Unalive is
illness,
crazy.
and no one
I
knew
guess
if he was
that's
gonna
can't
make
say
it
dead
out
no
or
more.
just drop dead. After he recovered from his condition, he revealed that the entire experience
There was no
was
damn
really
medical
traumatic,
emergency.
and he even said he went to hell and back.
I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back. I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. You know, I want you to see me laugh and having a good
My
time.
nigga went through a coma. That shit was crazy. Niggas really thought he was gonna like die, like dead ass. Motherfuckers like pull through, Jamie, pull through. Shit. I still don't know how I know how he made it, of course, God, but man, Hollywood is weird, man. Okay, he childish. I was gonna say he childish. Damn, glad he ain't paralyzed. Damn.
Out from now on, and every once in a while I just burst into tears is because it's been tough, man. I was sick, but now I got my legs under me, so you're gonna see me out. But like I said, I just want you to remember me for the jokes that I crack, the movies that I make. Some of them good, some of them ain't. I think I got a good one out. The songs that I sing, man. And then, you know, some people talking about I'm cloned.
So as you can
Real
see,
nigga,
Jamie
man.
got hella emotional.
I don't get it. I don't know why motherfuckers want to be so unruly, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like Diddy had to be this type of guy.
Jamie falling sick. Now, for those of y'all who didn't know, it's been rumored for a while now that Jamie was also attending these infamous freak-offs that Diddy was having in
I can believe that.
We got to know about this a while back when an old interview that Jamie did went viral on social media. In the interview, Jamie spilled the tea about the time that he got invited to a Diddy party,
going to the
and
freak
upon
offs.
his arrival, he saw a bunch of naked people doing the you-know-what. It was a whole entire party, including everything that you can imagine, including Diddy's famous Tootsie, which is a combination of a bunch of other substances to get people to indulge in these freak-offs for hours without getting tired.
So I followed him the whole time. I don't remember watching.
So they was in there fucking for sure. Gotcha.
Filming this, and it's a pool party that is
Jesus.
ridiculous, man. And I look up and I
Including
see
the baby oil.
I don't know if you know who that is.
lady. This lady. I see Dr. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera. Dr. Ruth and Puff at the Beverly
Fuck is Dr. Ruth?
Dancing, doing their thing, right? And you know what they dancing to? Over in the corner, God bless, is Heavy D, Andre Harrell, and they listening to a demo. You know what they do?
And remember how I said Diddy would have his infamous cocktail
Okay.
of different called Tusi, which was supposed to make people at these parties indulge in freak-offs for hours? Well, Jaguar Money recently came out and explained
You know,
how
them
this
two niggas is
works.
dead, so
And
what that
y'all
tell
cannot
you?
believe the things she had to say.
Pink in Young Miami has to bring across. That's
Pink Tootsie is crazy, bro.
yeah, the Tusi. That's what they got.
I found out. I talked to my guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling Tootsie, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it
Pink
was.
Tootsie.
So I talked to my guy, and my guy filled me in, and then it made perfect sense. Tootsie
Talk to him.
with Jaguar.
Tunchi. Tunchi is crazy. The Pink Tunchi.
Is the but they take the cat and cook it up.
Tootsie.
And they fold it into the cup. Now if you don't know what cat is what they call on the street special cat. It's a veterinary, it's a horse tranquilizer. Now gay men have been using this for years.
Okay.
See, back in the
Ketamine.
day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there was certain
Special
things you would
K.
always find on hand. Viagra,
Oh, horse
Special
tranquilizer.
K. And now see, the coke keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle.
Oh my god.
Because of what the blood flow is. So you want to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why
Yeah,
you
that's
have
nuts.
Viagra to make sure that the involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing yourself with the coke.
Oh
Now,
my
see,
God.
that's a horse
Do y'all
tranquilizer.
hear
So
this?
that relaxes all your muscles. You
Like,
get
look,
like
look.
80
This sounds like an animal is getting
you
put
would feel
down. The
great.
way they
So
talking,
now,
like this is
it's gonna stay
crazy,
hard.
gang.
You numbed up and you high. You got the
Like,
in
that
you, so
is
you don't feel
nuts.
it. And then you add that to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out, and now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah. So now,
Oh my God.
the Tootsie, they done skipped. They done skipped all the steps. They condensed.
No, no.
So you got
It's
the
too much.
cocaine
It's
in
too
there, and
much
then you got
on
the-
one. It's too much. It's
and
a
they
freak
say that
off
some of the
cocktail for
dealers
sure.
add the
It's too much.
in there. And the reason why it's pink is because they
What
put
you
the food
mean?
coloring in it.
Cocaine,
And then, he said he think they got
ketamine.
it from the Breaking Bad. You remember how they
where he
was
just
making
came
them,
with the-
and they made it a special color.
Oh
so they
my
done that with the
gosh.
Tootsie.
Wow.
It's the food coloring.
They put
Anyways,
food
going back to
dye in
Jamie,
it?
he revealed in another interview that these parties were so exclusive to the point where he wasn't even allowed into it unless he got invited by Diddy. So in order to let Diddy invite him,
Wow.
he pretended to be a cameraman and documented the entire thing with Diddy. And if y'all remember, Cassie
Wow.
said in her lawsuit
Wow, wow,
that
wow,
Diddy
wow,
used
wow,
to
wow, wow.
film
That's a
these
lot.
parties
That's a
and
lot to
keep
take
the
in.
footage as leverage over the people who attended. It looks like he wasn't the only one recording them by himself because he had an entire crew of people that he paid to take these videos.
This nigga Jamie Foxx
was
had to sneak
obviously
in
one of
as a
them.
cameraman to get in the party. I don't even want to go if I got to do all that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Document this.
Now, when it comes to Andre 3000, he didn't end up in the hospital fighting for his life like Jamie, but they did do some awful things to him that forced him to abandon his entire rap career while he was at his peak. Andre first hinted
Smart,
at Diddy
but crazy.
and other people in the industry using
Okay.
their fame
I
as
sure
an
want to hear
excuse to
Andre
do sinister
3000.
things during an explosive interview with GQ, when he
Wait, what?
said, "The problem with being successful is you can do whatever you do times 10 and no one to stop you. You can easily go down the wrong path and you get into that
Dang.
place. And the thing that brings you out is other people." Around the time that this interview came
Times
out,
10.
there were rumors circulating around that he had
You
seen
go
some
down
things when he
one
attended
path
Diddy's
and you get
parties.
into that
And some of the
place,
things that he
and
saw
the thing
made
that
him
brings you
realize
out
the
is
industry
other
just
people.
wasn't for him. He knew he couldn't indulge in these things, so he
Yeah.
quietly stepped out and never looked back. One person reacted to this by saying, "I
Pretty
still
sure it's
need to
fucking
know what
Andre
he said
3000.
when he walked into the room at that Hollywood party that made him leave the industry." Another person said, "Maybe TD Jakes
He pulled a
getting
Dave
bottomed is the
Dave
reason
Chappelle.
Andre 3000 left the music industry that night he went to the private party." What's even crazier is that this isn't the first time that somebody in the
Yeah.
industry has talked about these infamous parties. Cat Williams actually talked about it during a comedy special that he had back in 2004, in which he revealed that he was coerced coerced into going into a freak-off party, but as soon as he got there, he was disgusted and left right out. Interestingly enough, Andre was in the audience when Kat said this, and you could see Kat looking at
9 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't think we really need to keep going because at the end of the point, they just saying the same shit. But I thought this was really going to be some, sorry y'all, but we did find out something. What Pink Whitney is, that's one thing. 2, we also found out that Jamie Foxx had to sneak into a Diddy party just to see what was going on. 3, we basically found out that this nigga, him and Usher been fighting in the bed together, but serious. 4, Diddy has a lot of power times 10, so he can do whatever he wants. So, like Andre 3000 said, it ain't surprising. And last but not least, 5, Pink Whitney is crack, methamphetamine, I think that she said, no, ketamine, which is K2, and horse tranquilizer.
As usual, people have their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said,
usually,
I love Andre, and I knew something
this drug,
I am blown away as to how big this
I think y'all heard what she said when, you know what I'm saying, high as you.
Scary. Another person said, OMG.
Can't tell I ain't teaching nothing today. This shit is crazy. I can't lie. This is the Diddy Part 2 video. I'm kind of shocked, but more so not shocked because it's been going on for so long. I'm just ready to kind of put it at the end. But also, everybody just, you know, no more people going to jail. I mean, unless they need to. I'm just tired of seeing people go to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Over stuff like this, or, you know, it ain't even about killing nobody. Well, let me hold that off, because that nigga was known. They is saying he killed a few people. But I wish all this was over for bro. Either do your time or go home. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this shit was crazy. I can't even lie. If I rate it, I'm gonna give it about a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 of the rate. No, 7 out of 10, 7.5. Just because that last video was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this has been This Shit Crazy.